suspend the finance bill. For me, this I find this very, whereas I'm being very sympathetic to the voices coming from Gen Z, and they have raised some very fundamental issues. But the end game cannot be, I will not talk, I will remain leaderless, I will remain faceless. Then, even when, assume you want Moses Kuria to go home, sasa si ukuja at least upige picha tufikiri nyumbani, where are you? Then at that point, you say, I am faceless, I am leaderless. And you know what, Jeff?
And I'm tribeless.
And I'm tribeless. You know what? If someone is convinced of what you are saying, why would someone find it difficult to say, I am here, I am Jeff Koinange, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. So because this ending now, whereby people say, oh, we will not come and talk, we will not come and dialogue because we want to continue to be leaderless. Which other way, assume, for example, these people, for example, want to replace us in government, yeah? Which other way of getting control of government except through organization? How can you be organized when you are faceless and when you are leaderless? Come, I'm inviting you. You know what? We have got an election in another, 36 months. 36 pay slips. If I apply for a loan and say I want to pay in 40 months using my contract, I will not be eligible. My contract is shorter than that. Yes. So as sure as day follows night, we have a finite time. It's 3 years. It is known. I would have thought these people, because now they should be smelling at this opportunity that in 3 years' time, then they can put the head of government that is of their liking. So where are you if you're not going to turn up today to be counted, to talk, to have a face, to have a leader, to have an organization, to have a political party? How else now are you going to even get that power? It is illusionary, my friend. It is totally illusionary.
Are you trying to say that there are some powers behind them, there's some people behind this Gen Z, or the Gen Z should come out?
I think the real Gen Z should come out. The real Gen Z should come out. And I like what's happening down there. I like what's happening in the counties. I like what's happening in the constituencies, because people are telling us that we are the people. We the people. We the people, as the Americans would say. We the people. Because there's a mixture. There's a mixture of genuine people, genuine voices, locally. Some other people, and you remember, Jeff, I worked for 10 years, like you did, outside this country. I've been part of the diaspora. And I know sometimes even the time zone, sometimes people in the diaspora, and I'm saying this from a point of experience, they tend to have more time than even our people here. So there's that huge thing. I know I was monitoring some of the conversations that were happening, and some people are saying, Kuja Luka sasa hapa, Luka. And this guy is somewhere in Seattle. Luka wapi, It is like, now move guys, let's move, let's go. And then that guy was exposed, he was somewhere in the US. So there's also that huge constituency that is outside the country. And we value our diaspora. We want, by 2027, we want to hit $10 billion in our remittances. That's our target. We are now at somewhere in between $3 and $4 billion. So we value our diaspora. I have got nothing against the diaspora. It's a very important, cornerstone of our economic agenda. That is why you've seen the president on his, whole thing of trying to get us digital jobs abroad and the export of labor and all that, because it is important. But at the same time, the people in the diaspora need to know that some of the challenges that we grapple with here sometimes are a far cry from the kind of life that they live out there. So there's that huge also constituency of the diaspora which has been trying to do virtual maandamano, if I would call it that way. And then of course there are other interests, global interests that are at play here. Yote tisa kumi, as they say. I'm just saying, whoever it is, the Bible says, some people will preach the gospel for many reasons. But as long as they're preaching the gospel, no problem. So now, whether it is the diaspora, whether it is those foreign powers, whether it's local people, they say, after all that, the morning after, come, let's talk. Yeah? After, for the first time, what we've done is unprecedented. Suspending or living without a finance bill. That means we have got no new, tax measures. And tax measures, Jeff, are not just about money. Tax measures are not about just about money. So let's divide this conversation, Jesus. The money conversation and the policy conversation. Let me take you to the policy conversation. Last year, a time like this, I was cabinet secretary for trade.
Yes.
And I remember during the finance bill of 2023, against all opposition, against a lot of pushback, President and I pushed a policy on a levy which we were calling the Export and Investment Promotion Levy. Sometimes it's misleading because people think they are levying on exports, but actually it is for unnecessary imports. And I defended it. As a result, we put in levies on steel products, billets, for example. We put levies on furniture. We put levies on clinker. Let me just tell you what has happened for the last 1 year. On the issue of cement, let me start with steel, billets. I was monitoring, and I still do monitor because I'm very proud of what we did. Our imports of steel products have dropped by 20 billion shillings. 20 billion shillings. 20 billion. We have saved 20 billion shillings. Money that was being imported, our foreign currency that was going out there, that was in the finance bill. It was not because of that levy. It is because of the policy implication of what we did. Look at the clinker that is used for cement. Our import has dropped by 100 billion shillings over the last 1 year. As a result, there's a gentleman who was here the other day, Mr. Devki.
Yeah, I know him.
He opened a factory in West Pokot. 2,700 people are working in that factory. 2,700 people. That is what I call deliberate policies.